All right, boys. Let's go ahead and fucking get this. Let's go ahead and get this party started. All right, here we are. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna break down the matchup a little bit for you guys right now. So we weren't 100% sure. Yo, wow, Roach man, thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate it, dude. Guys, if you guys are gonna donate or sub or cheer while I'm doing the recordings, I'm not gonna read them until after the recording. All right, let me go ahead and break down this matchup for you guys right here. We weren't 100% sure what they were gonna run. So our default thought process was, let's just do Frost Windwalker Decay. We're comfortable with it. I think we could win. And I made some pretty poor talent decisions here that I'll talk about right now. I decided to not play Vim because I wasn't sure how this was going to run. You don't really see Arcane Feral play that much. I kind of thought maybe I would get, attacked a little bit. And I also decided to play Trinket. And the reason I decided to play Trinket is I thought this was going to be a really fast game. And I thought if we were in a situation where I needed to trinket something to spell or I needed to trinket something to get a crucial purge to make sure we win the game, I thought that could have happened. So I decided to play the trinket, and obviously I didn't want to randomly lose in an incarn. Spoiler alert, trinket ended up being really bad. And yeah, so this game, we're kind of sitting back a little bit. As you can see, the recording actually started 1 minute late. This is actually an entire minute into the game. So I actually forgot to record, but since we didn't do anything in the opener, I actually recorded late. So, I mean, obviously right there, we get the trinket from the mage with the first go. We get the grip. We have a ton of pressure out right now, but this mage, I shear him. He ends up getting the sheep on me, and, now we're in a little bit of trouble. You can see the feral artifact coming up there, so obviously Mez is going to take quite a bit of damage. He still has that earth shield available. I get bashed up there into the repoly. Mez being a little bit careful right now. So right now, I'm playing pretty aggressive. You know what I mean? I'm going into the middle of the map. I'm putting myself in positions where I can get sheep pretty easily, but I'm trying to be aggressive with it. Faked a kick there. I actually did a really bad job faking kicks this series, but that's on a side note. I'm trying to be aggressive here with the purges. He pre-tempts that. Sometimes temp is good to get off. Once it already soaks a bunch of damage, it's not really good to get off. It's good to do it early. I get the mind control off there. I was able to avoid the sheep, and now there's the double blink. So this mage is doing a really good job CCing me. Honestly, this mage played incredible in this series, truth be told. So once again, we're playing a little careful. This is their CC go. This is why Relentless would have been better, by the way, because I'm just sitting on the CC. I didn't expect to get CC this often. I thought it was going to be cleave. So I'm kind of regretting the trinket in this situation. And here it's where I get a little overzealous. They did their CC chain, so I'm kind of calling I think we could be aggressive here. I push it on top of this priest. I'm calling for the end cap. I try and shear the mage there. He actually fakes me. I don't think I get the cap in time. I'm actually not sure what happened. So the end cap was late. The priest was lining the end cap, so there's the bash into the full sheep. The end carn comes out. This is where it's going to be trouble. And this is kind of where the game falls apart. I push in to be aggressive. They take advantage of my positioning. They get the CC on me. It's the bash into the sheep, into the fear, into the re-sheep. They get the IBF from Mez. Generally, it's pretty good to trade those out. IBF's 3-minute cooldown. Incarn's 3-minute cooldown, so it's just really safe for Mez to top himself there. And you kind of see me faking a lot right now. They got the Karma out from Trill. You see me faking a lot. This mage doesn't get faked a lot by me. I actually think he locks me out a ton in this series. We get the double sweep there. The mage actually blinks at the same time. It was a little bit awkward. I don't actually know how that happens. There's the pain sup. I still have the trinket available, so we're not feeling too bad. I still have the shear available. I'm trying to do the best I can to avoid the CC here, but this match is not as short as I thought it was, and once again, you can kind of see how I'm positioned. I'm just kind of on top of this pillar. I probably could have did a better job lining that, but I was being really aggressive with the purges. I actually called to stop the fear there, so Mez actually gripped the priest away from me. Good job by him. We stopped the re. I'm sure I'm going to probably get stunned right here. The druid kind of pushing over to me. I had 2 interrupts to fake, so I just canceled that cast. Got bashed anyway. We're trying to be a little bit more aggressive right now. I want to get that thorns off. I kind of leap into the middle of the bit. I leap it a little bit into the middle of the map there. I finally get kicked. I'm just kind of in a situation where I said, you know what? I have to start casting. We overlapped zone and trinket there. Probably my fault, just not communicating enough. You guys can see where I'm at. I'm really out of position. I know this game. I'm out of position. They get the first sheep. We actually belf the second sheep. I immediately get stunned after that, unfortunately. I get re-sheeped off that, and I'm calling for my team to play careful right now. And this is the beginning of the end, man. The full mind control. We're trying to do a go, and this is it. So game 1, we lose. I know immediately after playing game 1, I didn't have enough respect for the team. I kind of just thought we would rush them down a little bit quicker. So I kind of immediately recognized that I played too aggressive, and that I needed to be a little bit more careful. But game 2, we decided to switch it up with Unholy on a map that we thought would be pretty favorable for us. Just a small map. We know Windwalker DK as Unholy can cleave the priest down. They locked in the same comp. We decided to counter with the Unholy. I decided to play Voodoo Totem here because I figured this would once again be a really fast game. We're training priest. I shear Poly. I Hex Totem a Poly. But yeah, do 6 push-ups. All right, yo, Captain, I got you in a minute here, man. Thank you for the donations, bro. So let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get this game started. Let's just go ahead and skip the first few seconds here. Let me see. Started the recording a little bit early. So once our strategy is Disc Priest, we're gonna train him down. You guys have saw this time and time again. The Unholy Windwalker Decay. The Disc Priest, smartly enough, stays in the starting room. I call for zone here. I think this was a really bad call for the zone. That's completely my fault. It was the AP. My brain just says use zone. It wasn't good at all. The Pharaoh got incapped. We're fine. Once again, you kind of see I'm out of position a little bit here. I share that. Actually, I don't share that. Hex that, excuse me. We're trying to be as aggressive as possible. I'm trying to get those purges out. Really great shamble by Mez there. And this is kind of what we didn't expect. The Nox really kind of fucked with us on this map. I throw an Earthen here because I figured I'm going to get CC really soon. I want to be on top of this Priest. I want to try and be purging him as much as possible. Mage actually did a really good job. This Mage actually fucked me this game. I want to highlight this because I don't know who this Mage is, and he played incredible. I was ready to shear that. He blinked behind me. He got the sheep on me. He actually does that a lot this game. So this is the Incarn. Right now I'm calling for IBF. Mez says he doesn't have it. I'm kind of just like, what's going on? Why don't you have IBF? The Priest is super low. I'm trying to get the purges out on him. I'm full bash. I decided to Trinket Link here. I'm just trying to keep the pressure up. This is Rapture, though, so he's shielding every global. I finally get a Dispel on Trill. I try and Hex Toad on the Mage here. It looks like I actually missed it, but you can see they're actually doing a lot of damage. So I have Shearer once again available with this Mage. I'm trying to make sure I don't get polyed. He blinked. I actually turned, but he got me again with the blink. So let me just highlight this again. This Mage actually shit on me this game. So I don't mind complimenting his play. I actually turned to him. Wait, is this far enough? I don't actually know. Did I fast forward far enough? Yeah, it looks like I actually fucked up. Well, whatever. Sorry. He got a really good blink sheep on me once again. He had really well-placed displaces. And this is kind of a position that you don't really see as Windwalker Decay versus Disc Priest. Normally, they just kind of die a lot faster. So we kind of lost that aggression here. I get blink locked. Once again, this Mage just fucking takes a dump on my chest. And you can see how scared we are. I mean, look, like I have no fucking CDs. I use my shear there. We use a kick there. The Earthen's down. I fake the kick. I'm trying to finally get some cast off. I know I'm going to get sheep here. There's nothing I could do. Actually, a really good incap there. I thought I was going to get sheep. The Priest is pushing up for fear now. There's not much I could do about it. The full fear. I'm off DR for the sheep, so I know the sheeps are going to start coming out. So there's the full sheep. Mez shells, all this fucking bullshit. Trill's no mind control. I can't do anything to stop it. And this is why Trinket was once again a bad decision. I immediately regretted it forever. Mage actually blocks here, so that's kind of the turning point in the game. He blocks that CC to try and be aggressive. Mez doing a really good job stopping this CC. Once again, stops the sheep there. But look on the other hand, the Priest is getting destroyed, man. Windwalker Decay destroys Priest. I'm able to get the Dispel on Trill there. Mage actually blinks my Voodoo. I have no Dispel. I can't get him out of that. I'm trying to purge this Priest down. And once again, a really, really frustrating knock for us. Those were so hard for us to handle. Mage gets one more big sheep on us there. Mez knows he has to be careful. I don't think he has Shell. I don't have Trinket. He just zones immediately. It's not AP, and kind of, generally speaking, it's not really great to zone before AP. But in this situation, we're really afraid. He has no pet cooldown. I think I purged this here. Am I playing Cap? No, I'm actually not playing Cap. I was just wondering what was going on for a second. I decided just to Earthen here because CS was up, Kick was up, and I wanted to be in a position where these guys are really good at not getting fake, so I wanted just to throw the Earthen down. If I tank the interrupt, we have the Earthen preemptively. Trill's caught in a really awkward spot right now, and the position I'm in is like if I push up to dispel him, I'm going to get feared by the Priest. So Mage fakes me there. He had a really good displaced poly right there. Once again, just doing a really good job getting that CC. We overlapped Trinket with AMS again. Probably my fault. I got to be rotating defensives a little bit better. And you guys can see we're actually struggling quite a bit right now. We're struggling quite a bit. They're doing a really good job stopping us. I think I jump up there. I try and dispel the CC, but now I'm mind controlled. This game is so frustrating for us, man. So the full mind control, Trill's in the poly. I'm in the mind control. We're having a lot of trouble stopping this stuff. Actually, the full sheep on me now. And I have no CDs at this point. I have no Trinket. The IBF comes up again. We had the IBF before Incarn. Keep that in mind. So, really, really scary situation for us to be in. I get half MC'd. I maybe could have sheared that. I was thinking about that in the game, but nothing I could do. I don't know why I didn't shear that poly. I guess I'm just fucking bad. I literally have no idea. Omega lol in the chat. So the Earthen comes down, the Incarn comes out. I have Link again pretty soon, but I don't have Trinket, so we got to make sure that they can't deny that. And now we're kind of in a spot where this Mage blinks in. We know he has no block available, and we just try and take advantage of it. Mez immediately grips the life grip. This Mage is taking a ton of pressure. That block earlier is kind of biting him in the ass right now. It gives us an opportunity to actually win. We get an incap there on the Priest, and right here it's just fucking Purge City. We all know this game. I fake the kick. I'm trying to get some casted heals out. I'm trying to leap in. I'm trying to get some purges. I'm able to shear that poly. Still purges coming in. And they actually get CC here. I couldn't avoid that. I couldn't avoid that sheep. Maybe I could have positioned better for it. But, you know, a lot of damage. Mage actually uses the invis, which is going to give him the damage reduction. Mez doing everything he can to stop the fear because it's actually still really scary. The mage ends up dying, but I mean, look at the pressure that they still have off this. They still have the full fear. You know, if the arcane mage is alive in this situation, it could still be pretty scary. So that was game 2 of this series. Right now in this series, you know, I'm kind of thinking like, I need to play Relentless. I need to play Relentless. So we're moving into game 3. Game 3 was their map pick, Tolvaron. It was just the same matchup. And we had the same kind of idea. We want to just rush down the priest. I wanted to go to the left pillar immediately. And first thing I'm going to say about this game is the first thing we should have done, we should have just pushed all the way across. This game is a little bit slow, so let me just go ahead and fast forward a little bit. We're not really doing anything for the first decent bit here, so let me back up a little bit. So they open up on me. This game I'm playing Vim. I'm playing Relentless, so I think maybe they thought they could get a quick kill on me. They're immediately going to knock my Vim off, so I kind of regretted that decision. And right now I'm purging the priest. You know, I think I might... okay, I shear the priest here, and this is where it kind of all goes wrong. I recognize that the mage knows that I sheared the priest. He goes for that free poly on me, but I'm actually good enough to get Earth Shield up on Mez. But they just shred through that Earth Shield. Look at that Earth Shield. Brand new Earth Shield gone. They go through AMS. They're going through IBF. And this is one of the changing points in the game here. So I'm calling to Mez right now like, hey, you're fine. You're fine. Sheeps are going to wear off. Sheeps are going to wear off. You know, you used AMS, used IBF, you had Earth Shield, but I actually get full rooted, and this was really devastating for us. I couldn't move. It's undispellable. It's undispellable root. So really, really good root by the Feral Druid there, putting me in a position where I was not able to heal Mez. So Mez actually has to run back at this point. We weren't sure if we're going to have to link here. I still have to deal with both interrupts. And now I'm trying to put myself in a position where I could get across. I want to be able to get some CC on this, I want to be able to get some purges on this mage. I think I kicked the priest there on smite. Probably a bad kick. So we're in a position now where we could be a little aggressive, but they understand that. So they're going to start pushing away from us. The priest knows that if he's on top of me, it's really scary for him. And, he also knows the further he is away from me, you know, I have to cross that entire map to get to him. So finally fake a CS there. I might be able to fake this Feral Druid as well. I don't remember the mass invis. I thought maybe he was going for the poly. I actually decided to run on Mez here just in case they do try and go for the CC. The Mark of Valinith will knock it off. But, you know, we're kind of afraid right now. Mez used IBF in the opener, used AMS in the opener. We might actually be waiting for AMS. I don't really remember exactly. But this is us kind of being bad. We're waiting too long to do a go. We're waiting too long to do go. They're just doing damage. You know, my mana's kind of taking a little bit of a hit here. So we're like, right now we're talking like, okay, we need to do a go. Who do you want to do a go on? I get locked out there. I had a lot of trouble faking this mage. He was doing a really good job. So I'm trying to put myself in positions where if I get interrupted, it's really not the end of the world. So we do a grip go. I think we're trying to attack priest here. There's nothing for me to purge there. I checked him real quick. Shamble there on the mage. I guess I wanted to go for that shield, but I got bashed. And now look at the pressure on me, man. It's Big Bite, the Feral CD, Arcane Power. We had no zone for it, I believe. I Earthen, I Air Shield, I Wall. I took an absolute ton of pressure, and this is kind of where the game turns once again. We're in a spot right now where it's like, you know, they have a lot of pressure on me. I'm trying to move on top of this priest just so I can stay with him, but I'm also in the middle of a really, really big map, so it's really awkward. If I'm playing aggressive on the priest, I got to take a lot of I take a lot of pressure. I get really, really low here. And right now, I had to push up a little bit to link. I wasn't able to get Trill in that link, unfortunately, but it was kind of desperate times, call for desperate measures type thing. I have to deal with 2 interrupts right here. I was able to fake 1, but I'm really afraid of this blink CS, and the mage has been doing a really good job trying to CS me all game, so I'm trying to fake as much as I can. You know, you can see he's just holding on to that interrupt. In a sense, I could be faking myself to death. But right now, we have no CDs, so we want to be aggressive on the priest. We know we could do a lot of damage to the priest, but we just can't attack him because we're too afraid of me being attacked. Keep in mind, I'm playing Vim this game, and they've had it all for a really long time now, so Vim was a really bad choice. So I'm kind of learning these things as we go throughout the matchup. Still trying to fake the mage, still can't do anything. I should probably be shearing these arcane missiles a little bit more, but my theory is like, you know, we want to go aggressive. I really only want to shear polys. Finally faked it there. Now I got to deal with another one. Earthen's down. I should probably reapply Earth Shield here. Didn't actually reapply Earth Shield, but the Feral Druid artifact weapon up, so a ton of damage on me. Zone is up there. I call for that because I wasn't sure exactly what was going to happen. I don't think it was the worst zone, but maybe not the best zone. I tried to get a shear on that priest there, but he's just a little bit too far. There's AP. I think I'll try and purge it. Let me see if I throw a purge out here. I think he was just too far now, so I want to shear that poly. I think, actually it looks like Mez must have kicked it. Leap away from the Feral's leap, and I'm just getting trained this game. I have wall if I get out of this. I don't know if I survive. I immediately wall. I actually dispel the extra rip there from the druid. I'm still trying to deal with this mage. The mage is just on top of me the whole game. Maybe we should have been hitting him here more. I don't have shear available. I'm just trying to get away, you know. I'm just trying to get away. I'm trying to recover. We have nothing really. We're still in a tough spot. You see I still got to deal with 2 interrupts. I probably get a couple casts here, but I don't know what I just did there. I don't know why I peeked out. I must have missed that. But we have some pressure on the Feral Druid now. The Priest still has Trinket, though. He probably still has Human. The Feral Druid walls. And I think I honestly just get erased in this, man. I have a couple globals coming out. I use a Riptide. I use an Earthern. I actually try and get a little aggressive here. One thing I want to note is I think I played a little bit aggro here. I thought maybe I was a little safer than I actually was. And let me backtrack just a little bit. So I get out of this stun. I use a Riptide. I use an Earthern. I think maybe I use another Riptide. So I go for the cap off the end cap. Actually, I don't actually know what I went for the cap off. Maybe I just went for the cap. I tried to go a little aggressive since Feral just walled. We had a little bit of pressure. I know we're kind of unstable here, but I get knocked out of the Earthern. I thought I was going to be a little more fine here than I actually was. It's not Incarn, it's not AP, but the Mage is just absolutely fucking trucking me. So I'm just kind of dying in Earthern, dying with their shield up, kind of dying through everything. I took a lot more damage there than I expected, so that was game 3. Now we're down. We're down 2-1 in the series that we thought was going to be a lot easier than it actually was. So I'm not super happy about where we're at right now. I'm going to cut you off for a second, man, just so I can finish the series. So basically, Ruins of Lordaeron was game 4, and to no surprise, we kind of talked about the errors that I had. I wasn't happy with Trinket the first couple games. I stopped playing Trinket. I wasn't happy about Vim the next couple games. I stopped playing Vim. Ruins of Lordaeron, we run off our mounts, we go immediately on the Priest, we train him, we kill him about in a minute. Pretty simple, and we're locked into the same comp here. This is game 5, it's a 2-2 series. We were down 2-1, and we know exactly what we want to do, but we just have to execute it. So obviously, what we did last game, we trained the Priest. This is just going to be an exact replica of that. So if you're wondering what happened on Ruins of Lordaeron, this is going to be it. We know what we want to do. We know exactly how we want to do it. We just want to rush on top of these guys, and we want to start purging buffs and interrupting them as much as possible. So I'm running right in. I don't give a fuck. We immediately grip this Priest. The purges are going to start coming out immediately by me. I don't think I actually get sheeped here. I try and line that sheep. It may have actually gotten belfed. I throw a Flame Shuck up. I get the thorns off. I think I'm trying to get these shields off, but now I'm in a position where I get polyed. I know that I'm going to be tanking these CCs, and that's exactly why I'm playing Relentless. There's nothing I could do. We have to play aggressive in this matchup. We have to attack this Priest. They use Incarn. They use AP. We counter that with the IBF. We counter that with the AMS. And once again, we're just back onto the Priest. Grip him into the middle of the map. We get the first trinket. We get the human trinket. And I'm trying to do everything I can to be on top of this Priest. Trill actually gets CC'd right there. I'm unable to spell him. I get feared out of his LOS, so I'm not able to get him. I think I throw an Earthern down here. I'm just trying to run into it. I know I'm going to get CC'd. I'm playing in the middle of the map. I want to make sure I'm on top of this Priest at all times. I want to make sure I'm purging the buffs. So my positioning looks pretty fucking awful. We use the AMZ there. It's basically Mez's last defensive cooldown at this point. Incarn was already out, so I just decided to use the Ascendants. I want to get a little bit of healing out. But once again, man, I want to start getting these purges out. I got to start purging every single global that I can. I think I probably Flame Shock there. I imagine I Flame Shock there, maybe not. Once again, on top of the Priest. If he fears me, it is what it is. Just got to do what we can right now. Honestly, I think when I get instant rooted, my purges might miss, and I think that was kind of the awkward problem here. The Priest was running away from me a lot with these roots, so it was kind of strange for me. I think they were doing that a lot in our last game in a different series too. So I still have the shear for this mage. He's trying to fake me. I'm doing a pretty good job not getting faked for quite some time. But once again, I just link aggressively there. I thought basically I was going to get polyed. I tried to link that poly, but we're just training this fucking Priest in the dirt. And this is why I said you guys wouldn't like the games. I have a shear really, really soon here, but the Priest just goes down. I mean, Unholy Windwalker DK is absolutely ridiculous in the Disc Priest. We knew that. So we just had to play it a little bit smarter and just kind of turn the brains off and just run at the Priest the entire time. But this team actually did a really good job. They gave us a run for our money. I mean, that was game 5. It probably shouldn't have been that close. I think, I think we definitely didn't play as good as we could have. Are you playing grounding? No, I'm playing electrocute every single game. If you see the grounding debuff, don't be fooled. All right, so that was series 1. When I said you guys wouldn't like the games, it's literally just us training fucking healers every game, doing what Windwalker DK does best. GG's Boom Surge. Your team actually did really well, honestly. I think we were pretty heavily comp advantage, so I mean, from my point, it was GG's. Maybe not from your point. I mean, you guys just kind of mongoed. So here we have game 1. We're fighting against Dilly's team. We weren't sure what Dilly was going to run. So we knew that Dilly had jungle with Priest variant and with Shaman variant. We knew that the Unholy version shit on Priest, but we weren't sure how Unholy did in Shaman. Our guess was it probably won. And we thought that the Frost version would shit on Shaman, and we thought the Frost version would be pretty decent versus Priest, so we just decided to queue Frost, Windwalker DK. We said, fuck it, you know, it's kind of our bread and butter. We're going to go ahead and do the damn thing. So we go ahead and queue up Frost here. And, yeah, I mean, I guess you guys will see how this goes. I mean, once again, you know, it's kind of a slow start. We don't want to run out into the middle of the map. I mean, we're just going to get fucking shit on if we run out to the middle of the map. If they get too close to us, they're going to get gripped in. So it's kind of a stalemate here at the start. It's unfortunate, you know. But yeah, so the game basically engages here. They open. I have Earthshield on Mez because I kind of feel like he's a better primary target for him to hit. And generally speaking, like, Trill has a really short cooldown on Karma, so he's kind of a safer target a little bit. So just sitting behind the pillar, waiting for an opportunity. The Priest is playing Vim. You know, we're keeping note of that, knowing that he's a good target for us to hit. We also know that he's human, so it's going to be kind of difficult to actually get him caught in those stuns. But yeah, so I mean, you know, once again, a little bit of a stalemate here. I think this game picks up pretty quickly here. Dispelling the Black Arrow, doing everything I can to, you know, keep these guys top. Because once this jungle damage rolls in, man, it is all momentum based. It does not stop. So they're starting to go here. I actually decided to Earthen, and the reason I Earthen here is I thought maybe they would go for the pressure. We go for the grip in. We immediately get the trinket. Wait, why did he trinket there instead of human racial? That's really weird. I'm not really sure what happened there. That might have been a misplay. It's kind of irrelevant. But I pre-Earthen all this CC. The Earthen's still up for a few more seconds. The Earthen falls off, so I think Trill probably ports away here. He's in a lot of trouble. I actually might call for the Karma. I mean, this is Incarn. This is True Shot. I assume we're probably going to get the Karma off there. It was actually a really bad Earth Shield by me, but I wasn't sure. I think maybe Trill said he was dead or something, or said he was stunned, so I actually throw the Earth Shield on him. So it kind of puts Mez in a spot where he's in a little bit of trouble here, but I'm going to trade out that Ascendance. We still have the IBF available. I can't purge right now. Dilly throws the silencing shot up on me, but you could see this damage, man. They get the Ascendance, they get the Karma, they get the Spirit Link, and once again, you know, we're in a world of hurt. I'm trying to prioritize the Earth Shield on Trill right now, just because Mez still has the IBF, and I know Trill's pretty vulnerable. And I get rooted out of line of sight, man. These roots in these series versus these Ferals, they're doing a really good job. So we're finally getting our next go. Dilly's doing a really good job. Every time we get a go, he's just wyverning our monk. There's not really much we could do about it. Fake 1 interrupt there. Fake 2 interrupts there. We're still in a world of hurt. So we do our go. It's time for us to retreat. We got to get back to the pillar. You guys can see how much damage this jungle really does to us. The reason I don't play Vim is because I can knock it off really easily. It might look like Vim's a good decision here, but I promise you it'll just get knocked off, no problem. The full trap out. Trill actually has no Karma. He's going to use the Fist of Fury stun there. He's actually going to, you know, he's going to roll away there, or, you know, Serpent Kick away there. He's going to port back, try and get that heal up. The Earth Shield's out on him. We still have IBF at this point. And I faked 1 kick. I'm just trying to top my whole team. This damage is nonstop, man. That's kind of one of the problems about facing jungle, man. It's just so difficult to heal through this damage because it is never ending. If I'm doing anything other than Healing Wave the entire time, it's so difficult. And I actually don't think that I did a good job purging this match. So we get the end cap, we get the cap, we do a go on the Hunter just because we feel like we couldn't get to the Priest. That may have been a mistake. I'm not 100% sure, but the Hunter immediately trinkets. He probably still has human racial. You know, it's so difficult for us to play against human as this setup comp because we can only stun every so often, and human racial makes it so it's just so difficult to actually land those stuns. I have Earthen available. I think I'm probably going to wait till I see a little bit of CC. But yeah, so, you know, I think Karma's back up here, so I'm probably trying to look at Mez, prioritize. But look at this damage, man. We're getting destroyed. As soon as they push in, I imagine I'm going to Earthen here. I don't really remember. We're trying to do a go. It looks like we're doing a go on Hunter. I don't have the opportunity to Earthen there. The full bash, the full trap, he is bursting off. You know, we're trying to do our go. This is probably going to be Karma here. And then Mez under a lot of trouble, and there's something I want to note here. So this is actually, I don't want to say it's why we lost game 1, but something really shitty happened in this game. And I'm gonna pause here so you guys can see. I'm gonna pause here so you guys can see. So we still have the IBF top. We're talking about it. We get the in cap there. We get the cap off. I get kicked. Trill's in a lot of trouble. I don't know if he has Karma available, so I get full stun right now. And I'm telling Mez to use IBF reset. Now let's watch closely here, okay? Let's watch closely. Mez uses IBF. Mez uses IBF. He targets Dark Minion. Notice how his runic power goes down, but his health does not go up. Alright? So, Death Strike dodge on Dark Minion number 1. This random fucking pet. Dodge Death Strike. Well, no worries. You know, we'll just get another Death Strike. We'll top. Runic power disappears. HP does not go up. Dodge number 2. Consecutive Death Strikes by the Dark Minion. Dodged 2 Death Strikes that would have healed my Death Knight to full HP. Mez actually took a screenshot after the game because he could not believe it. But Deathstrike dodged Dark Minion. Deathstrike dodged Dark Minion. 2 back-to-back dodges by a random pet that would have topped my fucking Death Knight. So, ultimately, you know, we lose that game. So, we're a little frustrated by that. I'm not going to lie. We're a little frustrated by that. We try and brush it off, you know. And, you know, we try and brush it off. But that's a really frustrating way to lose. Because, you know, a random fucking pet dodges 2 abilities back-to-back that would have healed us to full HP. RNG. Omega Low in the chat. So, you know, we lost game number 1. We all know what's going to happen game number 2. We're going to queue up the Unholy. We're going to fucking attack a target, and we're going to attack it hard. So we queue up the Unholy, and you already know what's going to happen, boys. There's a Disc Priest in the arena. We're playing Unholy Windwalker DK. And our strat is, at this point, we don't want to run in to the starting room of the jungle, because if we just run into the starting room and we give away the pillar, we can easily just get absolutely obliterated by a True Shot Aura. So we're going to get pressure on the DPS here, and we're going to make the priest come in because, I mean, we do damage. We don't have to attack the priest. So we're trying to get a little bit of pressure on these DPS here. I thought we were going to move a little bit quicker than we actually do. So I throw a cap here. I'm trying to do a well-timed cap as we go on the healer there. I cap the Hunter up. Hunter just gets dispelled. It was, you know, truth be told, it was a pretty bad cap. I have Earth Shield on Trill here just because last time they kind of prioritized him. But there's the priest. He's in, and this is where the game begins. The Flame Shot comes up. This is Rapture. I'm unable to purge right now. It's Incarn. I'm probably calling for IBF here. I'm not sure if we do it. We IBF. We're trying to be aggressive. The reason we IBF there is because I don't want to heal right now. I want to purge. So I'm trying to purge through this... Rapture. The priest doing the smart thing, getting to the pillar. I'm rooted. These roots are really brutal because I cannot chase the priest for purges. So these roots are really, really important. The full trap comes out here. I'm kind of screaming. We're in a lot of trouble. Trill actually gets super low here. He barely gets that karma off, but it's going to be a big one. Mez using AMS, not really going to do anything. He doesn't have fear available, so I'm just going to Ascendance. Let's see if I get an easy double fake. Boom, easy double fake. Spirit Walkers. I'm doing everything I can to just keep my teammates top, run on top of this priest. Full stun, not able to interrupt, not able to purge, but... you know, we all know what's coming out of this stun. Purge 1, you know, fucking that's it. Like, Priest just gets absolutely erased. This comp is just incredible into Disc Priest. It's kind of our go-to when we're fighting a Disc Priest. It's really difficult for him to live. And, yeah. So that's game number 2. Game number 3, we weren't exactly sure what they were going to run in terms of comp, but we were pretty sure we could beat the Shaman variant as Unholy. We thought maybe they would play Resto Shaman Jungle. Resto Shaman Jungle is not really that strong right now, truth be told. Like, Disc Priest is really powerful. Resto Shaman Jungle is not that strong. So they come out again with the Disc Priest. So let's just talk about it a little bit. We played Ruins of Lordaeron. That was our map pick. So they're thinking Toll Run on their map pick could be a good map. And to be honest, it's a much better map than Ruins. But ultimately, it wasn't enough for them. And one thing that I learned versus the series that we played earlier, so it's good to always be learning in these series. You know, we got to make sure that we're taking in information everywhere. Is when we played that the Arcane Mage Feral Druid, I didn't push on to the Priest Pillar quick enough. I couldn't be aggressive because I couldn't chase. So this game, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run right on top of these motherfuckers. So, you know, Cdew coming in hot. Our game plan was if we got slow, we're going to immediately use Ride the Wind. There's Conch Shot. Boom, Ride the Wind. Mez is no longer slowed. They're going on Trill really early here. I didn't have Earth Shield them. I thought maybe they would start on Mez. And to be fair, it's actually completely fine because we're probably just going to karma really high anyway. It's True Shot. It's Incarn. You know, Trill's probably going to karma here. I don't really need to worry too much about it. It's a really offensive karma. So this is once again a really good route. I'm not able to be aggressive on this priest. I'm not able to chase him. So these routes are really doing a good job. I'm trying to do everything I can to stay on top of this priest. I'm purging. You know, I'm trying to get flame shocks up probably. We still have IBF available, but now you see the Earth Shield's on Trill. He has no karma, that safety net, so I got to make sure I keep Earth Shield on him. I'm doing everything I can to try and stay on top of this priest. We get a full stun. Once again, another trinket there. I'm just trying to purge him up as much as I can. He's moving pretty quickly. The full trap, Mez in a little bit of trouble. Trill probably in a little bit of trouble now. Mez was a little bit lower. I threw the Earth Shield out on him. This was a really good route once again. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Once again, with a double fake there, I tried to go with the Gift of the Queen since he was out of line of sight. It was the only heal I actually had at the time to get a heal around the pillar. So I think that was a pretty good play by me. Purge the Thorns there. The Flame Shot comes up, just doing any damage I can. We've seen healers live at such low percent. You know, I understand the power of a Flame Shock. I get a shear there, but unfortunately, it silences me. Great job by Dilly to get that silence up on me. And, you know, we connect on the Priest. The Purge train coming once again. At this point, Trill has Karma available, so we're a little more worried about Mez. I throw the Earthen behind the pillar because, once again, the only thing I can do, I cast the Gift of the Queen. I get a cap on the Hunter so he can't kick me. And this was a really good call by Trill here. Let me just rewind a little bit. So we're in a position right now where the Priest has no trinkets, but Trill gets a double stun. He says, go Druid, go Druid, go Druid. We immediately swapped to the Druid instead of the Priest, and I don't think they were expecting it because, you know, Windwalker DK Omega Law, so we're able to actually sneak the kill in on the Druid there. But it would have been a really good go on the Priest, too. So we were just in a pretty commanding position there. We still had Link that time. A better map for them. As you guys could see, the Priest actually did do a lot better job surviving, but we were able to sneak away the kill there on the Druid. So 2-1 series us. And then game number 4. Same matchup, same team. Let me go and fast forward here. All right, boys, same matchup. You guys already know what's happening, boys. You already know what's happening. Let's just go ahead and watch the mount ride in here. All right, this is important, okay? You guys playing Windwalker DK out there, you guys need to see this shit, all right? Ready? Leap into the pillar. Right on top of these guys as fast as we can. I'm not sure why I don't have Earth Shield on Trill. Oh, I actually get it up there, whatever. And then here it goes, boys. We're on this Priest. Look where Mez is at. We give no fucks about positioning. The bursting comes out. The bash comes out. The trap comes out. You know, the Thorn's available. They're doing a pretty decent amount of damage right now to both people. The Incarn comes out. The True Shot comes out. We IBF. I'm just going to immediately use the Sentence. I'm trying to get these purges out. I just want to keep my team topped. But once again, another really good route. But fortunately for us, we actually have the... we have that grip to get him back to our line, but these roots doing a really good job boxing me out. I get a leap shear there. I'm still trying to purge these buffs. I'm surprised I don't Flame Shock this guy yet. You know, the power of Flame Shock. I'm insane. I think we still have Karma at this point. I don't actually know. I'm full trapped right now. I'm probably saying, hey, you know, I can't heal you guys. You might want to do something. But, you know, we're just attacking. They don't actually listen to me when I'm saying that kind of stuff. So I leap over here. I'm trying to heal Mez because he's a fucking Mongo son of a bitch. And, I mean, look at this Priest, man. If I could just purge this guy, he is going to die. But they're doing a really good job keeping me out of line. I thought he was going to die here, man. But they did a great job peeling. He's able to get around the pillar. And at this point, honestly, I'm a little afraid. They shut down the initial go. You know, the full... I actually tried to link that Wyvern there. I don't know why it didn't break, but I guess it ended up breaking anyway. They lived the initial go. Right here, I'm actually saying I'm scared. We have no defensive CDs left. The Priest is at full HP. This is not a position we want to be in. I'm rooted out of line of sight. These roots are just absolutely killing me. Mez has to run back into my line of sight, but while he does that, he decides to grip the Priest on top of us. You know, these Nox doing a really good job. I'm literally just playing on top of this Priest. If he fears me, it's going to be half. If I get a Bursting Shot, I get Bursting Shot on top of my DPS. The bleeds go off, so I'm just trying to stay on top of him. But we finally reconnect, and, you know, all that HP, it was once full, but it's not full anymore. Big shield comes out there. I'm unable to purge it with that trap. Trill ports the other side of the pillar, tries to reconnect on him. He has a fear available. He fears DPS, not me. Just breaks immediately. They're cleaving so hard. And right here, they're doing a ton of damage to Trill, but he has that Karma available again. I'm just going to call for that immediately right now. I don't want to heal him. I want that Karma to do damage. I want him to heal him up a little bit. So we're using kicks, we're using purges, we're on top of this guy. There's really nothing you could do at this point. And, you know, bursting comes out, it takes off their bleeds. We're not really scared anymore. And once they lose the counter pressure, they essentially lose the game. So, you know, Windwalker DK doing what Windwalker DK does best, and that's train the fucking healer. That's why I said you guys probably won't like the games. It's just kind of a, you know, hey, there's a healer on the other team. Let's go ahead and fucking train this guy all day, every day. But yeah, all right, so those were the games. We made top 6 with those 2 series. We're really happy about it. The first series was really close. You know, we almost lost. Second series, you know, not as close, but 3-1. It could have, you know, just because it's 3-1 doesn't mean it's not close. So, you know, we made it to that top 6. We're very, very ecstatic about it. We're moving into Saturday, what I would say is a very good position. You know what I mean? We looked really good last tournament. I think we're looking really good again. You know, huge shout out to my partners for carrying my bitch ass. But yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and catch up on alerts on, you know, the donos here.